And, in related news, and Ray in Maryland sent me this link that Jimmy Waldo, who played in Alcatraz, played in New England, and played with Graham Bonnet, revealed in a podcast interview in a podcast called Full in Bloom that he alleges that Graham Bonnet, who of course sang in Rainbow and the Michael Schenker Group, for about 5 years was 100% lip syncing live vocal while he toured with them. Waldo even says that he triggered and managed all of the backing track that Graham Bonnet lip synced to. And that on any given night in a 15 to 18 song set list, maybe 1 or 2 songs were actually a live lead vocal. Some nights, Graham Bonnet would say that he was too tired and didn't do any songs live. When I tell you, folks, and I don't know firsthand this to be true, I am just reading from what was quoted by him on this podcast. But am I surprised if this is true? No. Have I been screaming about this for years and made it a soapbox issue? Yes. Have I been warning you guys that this is sadly going to become the norm if people don't rebel against it and speak out against it? I have, and it is unfortunately every day happening before our eyes. And it is all the more reason why a band like Tesla, who were in here yesterday, and new bands and old bands who are playing totally live should be revered and celebrated in every way possible. Rat or Piercy DeMartini, same way. Warts and all, celebrated and thanked every way possible. Because, folks, you cannot believe some of the things I am hearing right now. You got to remember something. I am on, look at what I do. Every day I'm out there in this world. And I've been out there every day in this world for over 40 years. I talk to people. I talk to people on the inside. I talk to people off the record. The things I'm hearing about what is going on right now with quote-unquote live shows is beyond belief. And there are major artists who are totally faking it that you have no idea are doing so, that you are paying hundreds or thousands of dollars to go hear perform live, and you are hearing computers. And as I predicted, with the emergence of technology and AI, it is getting exponentially worse by the minute. By the minute. I will forever celebrate and praise the artists that are playing totally live, and you will hear me do it more than ever because it is more important than ever, and unfortunately, it is becoming more rare. To that point, I want to tell you guys about something that I saw last night. So last night here at the Sands, I hosted a storytellers, basically, with Rick Emmett, who was on the show yesterday. Rick got up, sat next to me with an acoustic guitar. I set him up with some songs. We talked about some songs with the audience, and Rick would play some of these songs. And like Rick was on the air with us yesterday, super honest, super candid about his limitations as a vocalist being able to sing high anymore. Nothing wrong with that. Rick did a phenomenal job here yesterday. People loved it. I saw a lot of cameras up in the audience looking out from the stage. I'm sure some of it's out there on YouTube now. You should watch it. It was great. Rick was great and was super just humble and honest and talked about, I can't sing up there like that anymore, but here's what I can do. And you know what? Rick did way better than most people of his age, and it was 100% real, of course. And the other really interesting thing was that last night here at this event, you know who played? So tonight is the big rock night. Tonight is Slaughter and Tesla. I host that. This is the final shebang, and this is my big night as far as hosting because it's obviously the Hard Rock night. But, last night was not the Hard Rock night. So we did the thing with Rick, and then I was done yesterday. But afterwards, Julie Brown, downtown Julie Brown from MTV, wonderful person, she does a big Club MTV event here. Now, again, remember, this is not an all-rock event, as I've told you. So everybody slots in. I do the rock stuff. Julie, of course, does the dance stuff, and it's all good. So I wanted Julie to come out when I introed Piercy DeMartini. She wouldn't do it. She told me the only way she'd do it is if I went out with her on stage during Club MTV, and I told her I ain't doing that. But I did go walk in there because Milli Vanilli, the surviving member, Fab of Milli Vanilli, performed. And if you recall, if you're a longtime listener, I had him on this show because there's a documentary on Paramount Plus that came out a year or so ago about the Milli Vanilli story and how they were busted for lip syncing and blacklisted and lost their Grammys. Now half the people on the Grammys are getting awards for lip syncing. Half of them will lip sync when the telecast happens. So now the Grammys celebrating it, honoring it, giving awards to it. Back in the 80s, they stripped Milli Vanilli and basically hung them up from a noose for doing it and being busted doing it. Now it's celebrated. But Fab from the band, we had him on to talk about all this. And, last night was this series of 80s disco pop acts that came out and sang to a DJ of their hits. And look, that's fine in that world, whatever. It was, Lisa, Taylor Dane, just stuff you may have heard of or, in the pop world, right? And most of them were not singing or had something going on, right? But here's the irony. Fab from Milli Vanilli, because he's under the microscope, he actually did sing. And made a point of telling everybody that he was really singing by doing all this a cappella stuff. So everyone around him was basically a track act. But the guy who got crucified for it had to actually prove to everybody and be a live vocal. It's insane. The hypocrisy, the insanity of it is insane. So this guy made a point of showing everyone, look at me, I'm actually doing a real vocal now. While everyone else on him didn't really bother to do that. Everyone else around him on the stage that night. It's insanity. It's absolute insanity. Look at me. I'm really singing because I got destroyed for it. But everyone on before or after me, it's fine that what they're doing. It's just, you guys, I could eat up the whole show talking about some of the stuff I heard and saw and the insanity of quote unquote live music out there. And the sad, sad thing that nobody seems to give a shit. That all those people dancing away could not give a shit. And that's why we are doomed.